Mystical Adventures, where we explore all things mystical, healing, creative, and inspiring. I'm so excited that you joined me today, and I'm so excited to interview my colleague and friend Tzivia Gover on today's show. Stick around. We're going to have a great exploration into dreams and what she has to share with us, talking about her book. So I can't wait to dive in. Happy Mercury direct. Mercury, the planet of communication, travel, technology, does go direct today, and that's what we're celebrating. Happy summer solstice if you're in the northern hemisphere, which was Sunday, or winter solstice if you're in the southern hemisphere. I want to share with you the message of the Spirit Helper of the week, and then we'll get into this interview. So every week I open myself to expanded consciousness, higher consciousness, heart-centered beings, angels, animal, plant spirits, ascended masters, and I share with you the message that is coming through to help us understand the energy of the upcoming week and give us some guidance and ideas for how to navigate. This week when I tuned in, I did feel an angel. And who did I feel but Archangel Raziel, not to be confused with Archangel Raphael or Raguel. There's a lot of R archangels, aren't there? I don't know what's up with that. But Raziel is associated with divine magic, alchemy, manifestation, clairvoyance, esoteric knowledge. What a great dream angel, right? And I feel like Archangel Raziel came to me because we are moving forward with what's happening in our solar system, in the planet, in what's happening with this pandemic and Mercury going direct, and we're in a new season, so there's a forward-moving motion. So let me share with you the message for this upcoming week from Archangel Raziel. Greetings, beloved. The stars are aligned with your soul today, and you have the ability to align always with the star of your heart. For that is what we are. We are stars within stars surrounding other stars. Let the star of your heart guide you and retain the wisdom even as it may seem difficult to sense clearly. Now is the time to let go of old hurts and pains and look to the new dawn. You're about to set sail. You're about to break free. The timing is right, and your own higher awareness, the connection between you and your Creator, is guiding you to make changes. You have not finished some projects, and you have just started others. Wherever you are in the stage of completion of what you want to create, know there is a plan in your soul and in the stars for how to manifest this. Align with both your own intention and align with the influence of your higher power, who is speaking to you through your heart and soul. Let this guide your creations, and do not be afraid to listen to the guidance that comes through, even if it is not understood in the moment. You are a star, and you have the power to create a beautiful life, and enjoy the mystery and magic of creating this beautiful life in all of its glory in unexpected ways. Thank you, Archangel Raziel. And I feel the guidance that came through today with Raziel's message is really speaking to that forward-moving motion. It's time to focus on what you want to express, what you want to create in this life, to let go of the old pains and hurts and make amends, forgive yourself, and to align with that powerful star to move forward in creating that beautiful life. So, speaking of beautiful stars, my guest Tzivia is a beautiful literary and dream star. She's the author of several books, including The Mindful Way to a Good Night's Sleep, which I have and love and recommend to my clients all the time, and Joy in Every Moment. She is a certified dream work professional and the education director for Institute of Dream Studies. She's led numerous workshops and panels about dreams, mindfulness, and writing. She holds an MFA from Columbia University, y'all. I mean, come on. She's an active member of the International Association for the Study of Dreams, which is actually where we met at their conference, and the founder of 350 Dreamers, which is an international network of people who dream together for global healing. I participate in 350 Dreamers, and it is absolutely amazing. Somehow I missed this last solstice one, but I usually participate, and it's just, there are no words. You have to join with us and dream for global healing together with us. She lives in Northampton, Massachusetts, and she can be found online at Tzivia Gover, TZIVIAGOVER.com. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome my friend Tzivia. Hi, Tzivia.
And I am so happy to be here with you today.
Oh, I'm so delighted you agreed to come on. Thank you so much.
You did not miss the 350 Dreamers this month. We're doing it a little later, this Friday, June 25th.
Oh, perfect.
You and your community can find us on Facebook at just the number 350 Dreamers on Facebook, and we'll welcome you into our group dream.
And can you just really briefly describe what we do in 350 Dreamers now that we're bringing it up? And I'm so glad that we get to invite anyone who is tuning in to join us. But what is 350 Dreamers, Tzivia?
Sure. 350 Dreamers, in fact, we are more than 1,000 dreamers from around the world. And we come together at the solstices and equinox, or within a few days of them, to set an intention to dream together for global healing in the face of climate change. So we're dreaming to heal the earth and to find out what our role is in contributing to that healing through our dreams. It's really beautiful. It's simple. You just set an intention, you dream, and then you come on Facebook, let us know what you dreamt, or even if you don't remember your dream, what the experience was like of setting the intention. And we discuss and look at the dreams together. It's fun. It's simple and meaningful.
And I can say from experience that it is very simple, is very meaningful. You just post your dreams in the Facebook group, and then we have this beautiful discussion. And it opens up all sorts of avenues for conversation and thought, ideas, connection for this global healing. And it's as simple as setting your intention to have a dream for that purpose and sharing it in the Facebook group. So check it out, 350 Dreamers on Facebook. I encourage you to join Tzivia. I certainly will be moving forward in the future. I'm so glad I didn't miss that solstice 350 Dreamers activity. So Tzivia, I was looking at your fabulous book, A Mindful Way to a Good Night's Sleep. I don't know if Dave can get a shot of that. I was looking at your fabulous book, and I was just so impressed by the breadth of subjects that you explored in this book about dreams. I love how you talk about the logistics. I'll try and hold it still. Thank you, Dave. The logistics of dreaming, insomnia, how to have a better night's sleep. I love the chapter 8 for 8, where you go into how you can improve your routine and just simple things you can do to have a better night's sleep. Some of the bullet points are back into bedtime, commit to it, stretch before bed, mind your routines. So practical. And then you also have, I love the title of this chapter, Your Laptop is Not Your Teddy Bear. And I love referring my clients to your book because a lot of clients I work with want to do more dream work. They want to expand their ability to work with their dreams. And the first step is, of course, getting a good sleep and actually having dreams and recalling them. So I love the information you give about things we can do to just improve our sleep and the quality of our sleep, the amount of sleep, not having your laptop as the last thing you look at, or having a period of time where you where you say goodbye to the laptopy woppy and give yourself some more relaxation and more better things to feed your mind, body, spirit before you go to bed. And then you get into I would say, more of a depth into dream work in the book as well. I talk about dream journal and yoga and dreams and some beautiful, more expanded things. So I love how it's moving through practical. You refer to science and research, but you also include the expanded consciousness and more subtle realms of dreaming. So I was wondering, what inspired you to write this book, Tzivia? If you tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking. That the book, The Mindful Way to a Good Night's Sleep, when you write a book like that, people assume that every night you fall into bed and you sleep like a baby and it's all unicorns and rainbows. But it couldn't be farther from the truth. So why I wanted to write the book is that I had an uneasy relationship with sleep and even dreams from the start. I'm somebody who had and has a lot of nightmares all my life. And I have learned that integrating sleep and dreams and becoming an active dreamer, in other words, not somebody who it's just like, oh, my head hits the pillow and maybe I dream, maybe I don't, maybe I remember, maybe I don't. Or if I have a nightmare, I'm just wake up scared and try to forget it. I learned that by really being an active participant in sleep and dreams, learning to face the darkness, literally and metaphorically, I gained courage as a human being, and I was able to heal a lot of my emotional wounds from childhood, a lot of my childhood trauma and traumas that I've acquired along the way. So I want to share with other people. I feel like I'm almost like an evangelist or a Johnny Appleseed for dreams. I want people to know that we have this amazing resource that can be our inspiration to get a good night's sleep and our reward once we learn to work with dreams, even the nightmares, that we have this sort of portal that we can walk into every night for guidance and healing and sometimes humor and entertainment. I mean, it's so rich. And I was really inspired by my own experience to want to share that with other people. And it's been a great gift to be on that path.
She's an evangelist for dreams. I love it. You can proselytize all you want about dreams on my show, because I'm a believer too. I love how you shared your journey to exploring dreams and how you're able to really help empower others to work with dreams because you found the power yourself in that connection, in that process. And as you were speaking, it made me think about how working with your dreams is really working with yourself, and facing your nightmares is really facing your own shadows and facing your own inner demons and your own consciousness. And it's not the only doorway to do that, but it is one of the most accessible, fun, and mystical and magical doorways that I know of. You don't need any substances. You don't need a degree. You can start connecting with your own mystical consciousness just by working with your dreams.
Isn't that amazing? It's such an amazing gift. It's such an amazing resource. And I love what you said. You don't need a degree. You know, we've been sort of led astray into being told that, you know, you need an analyst or a specialist to tell you what your dreams mean. Our dreams are not trying to trick us or confuse us. They're just speaking a slightly different language. They're speaking a language of imagery and emotion. And with just a few basic tips and techniques, or even just spending some time with your dream journal, writing your dreams, and really asking yourself, you know, what does this make me feel? What did I experience? How does it relate to my waking life? Before you know it, they are interpreting themselves for you. You don't have to do that much work.
Yeah. And how empowering is that? Dreams are sort of, somehow they got trampled on among among the scientific community and general population of humans in the past couple thousand years, but they're coming back into respect. And I appreciate how you and I and other dream workers can help remind people that you're the expert on your dreams. And if you can learn a few tools to work with your dreams, the power is in your hands. I also believe that sometimes it's really helpful to participate in a dream group, to participate in with a friend or a dream expert or professional, whatever kind of professional that might be, spiritual or psychological, that by sharing our dreams, sometimes it does help you expand your understanding of your own dreams. And I like to say, whenever I work with a client with dreams, you're the expert on your dreams. And I'm here to, help you connect with the wisdom of your own dreams. But you get to decide in the end what it really means. But they're both so important, aren't they? Is you being the final expert, but also having an openness for different ways and different perspectives to understand the dream material.
Yeah, that's such an important balance, and you put it really beautifully, because we have our blind spots, right? We have the corners we can't quite see around for ourselves. So getting someone else's feedback, it's not prescriptive. It's not saying this is what your dream means. We use that expression, if it were my dream, or as I feel into your dream, I feel, or I notice. Or even just by asking each other questions, we open up so much that we couldn't do alone. And Anne, I wanted to add, we started off this conversation talking about 350 dreamers, and that's a collective dream experience, where we put our minds together to dream on the same topic even, and then we come together to discuss it. And this is the natural way to work with dreams, is in community. And to remember that dreams bring us messages for our own health, and healing, but also for our communities, whether that's the community of friends, family, or city, town, country, planet. This is another way that we got off track with dreams, and say since the early 1900s with Freud and Jung, who brought so much important focus back to dreams. But the message that got preserved was the personal message. And Jung also talked about the collective message, and he didn't make that up. Indigenous people throughout human history, before human history, have been interacting with dreams collectively, meaning looking to them for personal and messages for the family, the group, the community.
You can even see some of those in the Bible.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I am so fascinated by mutual dreams, which I consider a type of intuitive dreaming, or I'll say expanded type of dreaming. I also call it a type of intuitive dreaming. And I would love for you to tell my audience a little bit about, I know you've written about dream signs and clairvoyant dreams. I have a lot of listeners tuning in who are very interested in listening to and developing their own intuition as well as the dreams. And so I'm curious myself. I'm not familiar with this technique. I would love for you to talk about using dream signs to help cultivate the ability to have a clairvoyant or psychic dream.
Absolutely. So for one thing, I talk about these extraordinary dreams, right? Clairvoyant dreams, precognitive dreams, dreams that come true. But they're ordinary. People have these dreams all the time. And it's funny when I'll go and talk about dreams like at a library or a community center where all kinds of people come, not necessarily people who think of themselves as having psychic abilities. In fact, they wouldn't think that way at all. But somebody will always come up to me at the end, like, oh, my wife or my friend dragged me here. I didn't want to come, but I have to tell you, I once had this dream when. So, when somebody who passed over visited and gave them information, or when they dreamed something and it came true. So I like to first tell people how ordinary this is. It happens all the time. And we can cultivate it, and we can fine-tune it by doing things like learning to see our dream signs, so we can distinguish between what in a dream is just sort of the everyday dream experience, maybe the dream that's rehashing what I did yesterday or what I might be doing tomorrow, and start to identify within the dream how we know that this dream's a little. How do we know that this dream is maybe clairvoyant, or we should pay attention to it because maybe there's something precognitive in it? So the easiest way to do this, well, first of all, you need to build your skills. So start by keeping a dream journal. Start by building your dream recall, because the more you can remember of a dream, the more you can study them and learn from them. And start to notice patterns in your dreams first, because they might already be there. So I noticed in my dreams, for example, if someone shows me a picture in a dream, whether it's a painting or a photograph, that is probably I'm having a clairvoyant experience. What I see in that picture is probably something that somebody else, it's happening somewhere at that time. So I've had that experience many times where somebody shows me a picture, and maybe a friend of mine is involved in this dream, and when I contact her, I'll find out that what I saw in that picture was a pretty good representation of what she was doing or where she was at in that moment. So start by noticing the patterns. Like, okay, so every time I have a dream with this particular dream character, maybe it's a man dressed in red robes, it turns out that what happened in that dream was precognitive. It then happens in waking life. But again, you don't have to be passive and just wait. You can ask your dreams to show you your dream signs. So before bed, and this is another skill you want to develop, dream incubation. And I know that you've talked to your...
I did. And so if you don't know what dream incubation is, or you want some tips for dream recall, please, you can visit my YouTube channel, and I have them documented, which shows are about the dream recall. We've got just 2 minutes left, Tzivia. So did you want to make a final point about the dream signs? And then I want to make sure you tell my audience about your upcoming stuff.
Perfect. Yeah, so use that dream incubation skill to simply and clearly ask your dream to show you what your dream sign is. So show me what I should be watching for when I'm going to have a clairvoyant or precognitive dream.
I can't wait to try that. I'm totally going to try it. Dream signs, exciting. So, Tzivia, you have a Dreaming on the Page coming up, a Dreaming on the Page group. Do you want to tell my audience really quickly about that?
Sure. We combine dreams and creative writing in our Dreaming on the Page classes, and we have a summer session starting July 8th. And if people want to find out more, it's real affordable. You can just go to tziviagover.com and find out, or contact Anne or myself for details.
And I highly recommend it. I'm sorry, we're coming to the end of the show, but check out her programs. Visit her website, tziviagover.com. Also, she has a Dream Studies certification program, and she's actually the director for the Institute of Dream Studies. So if you want to become certified in the Dream Studies, check it out. Again, I highly recommend all of her trainings. I want to thank my guest, Tzivia, for coming on, and I want her to spell out her website for us one more time, for those listening and not seeing.
Yes, it's my name, which is Tzivia Gover. That's Tzivia Gover, Gover.com.
Thank you so much for coming on, Tzivia, and please check out all of her stuff. You can visit my YouTube channel, Creative Psyche Studio, if you want to see those shows when I talk about dream recall and incubating a dream. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Have a beautiful, blessed week. Happy Mercury Direct, and I will see you next show. Thanks again, Tzivia.
Thank you so much.
Take care.